Hello, this is Vinay Sahasrabuddhe. I'm former member of Parliament of the Rajya Sabha. Formerly, I was for 6 years president of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, and for about 6 years, I was the national vice president of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
This is Dr. R.K. Sharma. I have worked in United Nations Information Center for India and Bhutan as librarian for about 25 years. Then I worked with Delhi Public Library as its Director General, Ministry of Culture, for about 2.5 years. The total library exposure is about 40 years, rather I should say more than 40 years. So I have worked in different libraries, Delhi University Library, and then UN Library, as I have told, and then National Institute of Public Finance and Policy, Ministry of Finance Library. So I have worked in academic libraries, research libraries, university libraries, public libraries, and the international libraries.
My name is Dr. Gita Malhotra. I am the Country Director, Rural Education and Development, committed to set up community library and resource centers.
Well, it's a great thing. I have been hearing about this university for a long time, and I had every reason to be very curious to visit this university because the leadership is pretty young. They have a modern approach and out-of-the-box thinking. The name itself is very meaningful, and therefore it's a great thing to come over here and to visit this.
You see, when I visit any university library besides the Rishihood University Library, because I started my career from the university library, Delhi University Library. So when I enter in a university, it gives me a different feel. I feel myself as I'm a young, and you can easily understand what I'm trying to tell, that you are meeting every year with the new brains, new students, and new life, and then you have to serve accordingly. Means you have to create such an environment that you are feeding everyone, because if someone is coming after 1 year, so the things are changed. So in library profession, actually, we have to take this thing in mind, that what is relevant today, we have to focus on that. And then we have to see the future requirements of the young generation.
See, when I entered Rishihood University 2 years back, I had a feel of a culturally oriented university when the culture is imbibed not only by the faculty but as well as by the students also. And I was so impressed by talking to the students, the faculty, the librarian, the proctor, and many other guests also who are visiting the university at various platforms and the programs the university is conducting. Till now, after 2 years, whenever I came here, I enjoyed talking to everyone, and we are also organizing various workshops and seminars with hybrid model to engage our librarians across India and learn from the faculty from Rishihood University. That is really a very good platform for all of us as non-for-profit organization collaborating with the university and learning from the university and sharing the knowledge pan-India.
Well, development is not just about roads and buildings and maybe airports and all those things. Definitely, that is required. But development is also taking human consciousness to a different level. And in that context, Indian culture has a lot many things to offer to the global community, including our approach towards Mother Nature, where we worship nature. We don't talk about, we talk about confluence with Mother Nature and no question of any conflict with Mother Nature. So likewise, this is just one example, but there are several other facets of our philosophy, our national philosophy, if I may put it that way, which perhaps would global community could be benefited out of that.
Yeah, it's a very, we can divide this thing into two things, because one is a learning process. If you are going to school, college, university, so you are fulfilling that objective, learning and gaining knowledge. Another part is that when you study, as I mentioned in that, serious reading, higher reading, so then your mind can be bent towards the research also. So you can be an innovative person. And unless and until in this knowledge society, we read a lot, we learn a lot, and we implement a lot. We can't think of the economic and social development or sustainable development. So now everything really focused on how to sustain the system, how to sustain the education, how to sustain the knowledge, and how to impart that to the future generations. So college is really I should say, it's a baseline. You learn, and then you have an opportunity to showcase yourself to the future society.
As we all know that we are born and brought up in a particular culture. And when we talk about India, we have multiple cultures here in India, and we meet several people who belong to a particular culture. But how to, get the feel of the culture and imbibe the culture, that is an art. And we have to listen to the people, because listening is an art. When we understand the culture, and it helps us to remove the inhibitions.
I am reading Breaking India, which has now been given to me as well, but I already have a copy of it. And I am a great admirer of author Mr. Malhotra. If I have to recommend some books, then insofar as literary books are concerned, my very old favorite novel, Farewell to the Arms. I would also suggest people to read Mark Tully's book, No Full Stops in India, which is very insightful insofar as understanding India is concerned. And I would also recommend Kautilya's Arthashastra.
Okay, this is really a very good question, in the sense that reading is, I always focus everyone that they should read a lot. I am really fond of reading the religious books and religious discourses. So there are other things, because besides my professional, because I am lover to read the library science books, library science subject books, because I have to deal with the subject. 3 books I would say that everybody should read: Gita and the Ramcharitmanas.